there are two teams in the Pac-12 that are both 6-5, and both teams that I think will be significantly better in the future. Two teams I believe in. Number one is Cal. Cal is 6-5. They just won a big game against Stanford. And I think they call it the big game, actually. I just happen to say a big game, but also I think it's ironically also called the big game. I think that's what they call the Stanford-Cal rivalry game up in Northern California. And then there's also Arizona State. Arizona State's another 6-5 team. They just beat Oregon, a top 10 team in the nation. So why do I believe in Cal? Here's my question to start this off. Have you ever been to Cal? I've been to Cal. I went and broadcasted a game at Cal Berkeley. Was it 2 weekends ago? I got to meet the people there. I got to go on campus. I got to shake people's hands and meet the people in that program. And oh my gosh, I really believe in Cal's head coach, Justin Wilcox. He's a leader of men. It leaks out of him. He's got it. I was like, man, if I was a high school recruit and I was good enough to come here, I'm sold. I'm coming to Cal. I was like, I so much believed in the message that Justin Wilcox was sharing. He's a great defensive mind, and he's got it. And Cal, a little detail that nobody seems to understand is Cal was undefeated going into week 5 until their starting quarterback, Chase Garbers, got injured. Chase Garbers missed a significant amount of time. It completely derailed this Cal season. Now, Chase Garbers is not an incredible quarterback, but he's solid. And I think they would have kept winning games if Chase Garbers had stayed at quarterback. They beat Mississippi, like Ole Miss. Literally, they beat Washington at home. They had some big victories and had a lot of momentum. And then their starting quarterback got injured. Bam, season completely derailed in Cal Berkeley. But they're a good football team, man. I watched their defense against Washington State the other day, which is a Mike Leach air raid football team, a hard team to stop. They had great fundamentals. Guys are in the right spot. Guys are incredibly coachable. They play a physical brand of football. And I got to ask you one more time. Have you ever been to Cal? Have you ever been to Cal? I was so blown away. It's so good that I didn't somehow visit Cal Berkeley when I was a freshman in high school, because I would have just completely dove into my academics, I would have worked really hard. I would have gone to Cal, because Cal, that place, like the campus, oh my gosh, I've been to UCLA, I've been to USC, I've been on campus at those places. I actually would pick Cal. I think Cal, better weather, it's 70 degrees in the winter. In the summer, it's 70 degrees the entire time. It's perfect. You're going to have a degree from Cal. I am so sold on Cal's program and their head coach. I really believe in their head coach, and I don't think the academic standards at Cal are as big a problem as they are at Michigan or at Notre Dame or at Stanford. They still have higher academic standards than a lot of other schools, but it's not as bad as it could be. I really believe a 6-5 Cal team. You've gone to a bowl game 2 years in a row. Cal is building something, and I want you to pay attention. Next year, some quarterbacks and some people are leaving. Utah's not going to be as good. Oregon's not going to be as good. Jacob Eason at Washington's probably going to come back, but man, Cal is going to give the Pac-12 a run for their money next year. Now, another team you got to pay attention to, Arizona State. They're 6-5 as well. And I have no idea what happened in the middle of their schedule. They started the year 5-1. Then they lost 4 games in a row, Arizona State did. Some of those were one-score losses. They lost to Oregon State by literally 1 point. But now they just beat Oregon. Arizona State just beat Oregon, a top 10 team in the nation last night. So we know where the ceiling is. We know that there's potential for greatness with Arizona State. I really like their head coach. He's another guy, a fiery, passionate guy. It's Herm Edwards, who was once an NFL head coach, who then spent some time with ESPN. And coming back into college, everyone was like, he's a crazy man, he's not going to work. I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch my old episodes, I said I believed in him. I got a good vibe. Like, this dude cares. Herm Edwards, you can't accuse him of not caring. He cares about his players, he cares about winning. He's there. I watched Chip Kelly at UCLA. I don't know that he cares. Herm Edwards, it's not just a job to Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards is there, bought in. He's passionate about Arizona State football, and he wants to win. And then not just the coach at Arizona State. I believe in Jayden Daniels, this true freshman quarterback at Arizona State, who is, wow. Did you watch him last night? He's unbelievable. And I think Arizona State, honestly, is building something. They're headed in a really good direction. And I think that Jayden Daniels is going to build off what he's done last year, and I think that what he's done this year, and I think Arizona State is going to build off what they've done the last 2 years with Herm Edwards. Arizona State and Cal. Justin Wilcox at Cal, Herm Edwards at Arizona State. Those are two college football programs in the Pac-12. I think that are heading in a direction and building something, and I believe in them moving forward in the future. Pay attention to Cal and pay attention to Arizona State.